The XRP black hole. Why 99% of people will never own one coin? Right now, you can buy an XRP token with the spare change in your pocket. It feels cheap, it feels abundant. But what if I told you that in the very near future, owning just one single XRP will be a luxury that 99% of the global population will never achieve? Welcome back to Polarbyte. Today, we are looking past the daily price charts and diving deep into the hidden plumbing of the global financial system. There is a massive structural shift happening right beneath our feet. And if you don't understand the mechanics of what's coming, you are going to get shaken out before the real wealth is made. Let's break it down. Part 1. The supply illusion. When people tell you XRP will never hit massive numbers, they always point to one thing, the 100 billion token supply. They say it's too common. But that 100 billion number is a trap. It's a distraction from the reality of liquidity. Most of those tokens are not sitting on an exchange waiting for you to buy them. A massive chunk is locked in Ripple's escrow. Another huge portion is held by OG whales who haven't moved a coin in over a decade. But the real supply shock comes from what XRP is actually designed to do. Part 2. The plumbing of global finance. Think about the water in your house. You don't think about the pipes until they burst. XRP is the pipe. It is the oil for the global financial engine. We are talking about replacing SWIFT, a system that handles roughly $5 trillion every single day. When global banks start using the XRP ledger for cross-border settlements, they aren't buying it to hold it like retail investors do. They are using it as a bridge. To move $5 trillion instantly, your bridge asset must have massive value, or there simply won't be enough liquidity to go around. And here is the kicker. Every time a transaction happens on the XRP ledger, a tiny fraction of XRP is burned forever. Imagine millions of bank transactions happening every hour. The supply isn't just locked up, it is actively shrinking into a liquidity black hole. Part 3. The retail shakeout. So, why will 99% of people never own one? Because the system is designed to shake you out. Psychology is your biggest barrier to wealth. When XRP finally moves, most retail investors will sell. If you bought at 50 cents and it hits $5, you'll feel like a genius. You'll sell to pay off your car, but then it hits $50. Then $100. By the time the real institutional price kickers happen, the retail crowd will have already handed their keys over to the big banks. For years, the SEC lawsuit acted as a filter. It provided scary headlines and price boredom that distracted the public. But behind the scenes, the infrastructure was being built in Dubai, Singapore, and London. The window to buy cheap XRP existed during the confusion. Part 4. The world reserve asset. There is a serious theory circulating in financial circles right now. XRP is being positioned as a world reserve asset. As countries launch their own central bank digital currencies, they need a neutral, decentralized asset to trade between them. They can't use the US dollar if they want independence, and they won't use each other's currencies due to trust issues. They need a mathematical bridge that moves at the speed of light. XRP is ISO 20022 compliant. It speaks the new language of the global banking system. If central banks start holding it on their balance sheets as a reserve, a regular person owning one XRP today will be like a regular person trying to own a piece of the SWIFT network's internal code. It just won't be for sale. Don't view crypto just as a way to get more fiat currency. Fiat is a sinking ship, and assets like XRP are the lifeboat. We are in the transition phase right now, moving from a speculative retail asset to a global institutional standard. The question isn't whether it will be successful. The question is, when the gatekeepers finally close the bridge, will you still be holding the keys? Let me know what you think the true institutional price of XRP will be in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Polarbyte for more deep dives into the future of digital finance. See you in the next one.